In a place called Kansas, in a small brown farmhouse that stood in the middle of wide brown fields stretching as far as the eye could see, lived a girl named Dorothy with her Uncle Henry and Aunt Em and Toto, her little dog. Each day, Dorothy would feed the chickens, milk the cows, and then take a big yellow bus to school. At night, Uncle Henry would read to her while Aunt Em knitted, or they'd all gather around the old piano and sing.
Tell me the tales that to me were so dear.
It was a very happy life. One afternoon, as Dorothy got off the bus on her way home from school, a terrible wind blew out of the sky. Dorothy picked up Toto, who had come to meet her, and ran for the house.
Toto, quick! It's a cyclone!
Uncle Henry and Aunt Em had gone into town for the day and hadn't come back. Dorothy and Toto were all alone. Dorothy was so frightened that she clutched Toto, crawled into her bed, and hid under the covers. The cyclone twisted around the house with all its fury and sucked the house up into the sky.
A giant windy cyclone picked the house up off the ground. That mighty windy cyclone picked the house up through the air. The house went spinning like a top across the great big world it flew, as the terrible twisting, whistling wind just blew and blew and blew. That frightful windy cyclone set the house back down at last. The giant windy cyclone picked the house up off the ground. That mighty windy cyclone picked the house up through the air. The house went spinning like a top across the great big world it flew, as a terrible twisting, whistling wind just blew and blew and blew. That frightful windy cyclone set the house back down at last.
The cyclone had set the house down very gently for a cyclone. Dorothy and Toto walked out of the house to see where they were. They found themselves in a strange and beautiful land, with fruit trees, flowers everywhere, sparkling brooks, green fields. Suddenly, Dorothy saw sticking out from under the front porch a pair of feet wearing black stockings and silver slippers.
Oh, my goodness! The poor thing! Our house must have landed on her and killed her.
She looked up and saw three jolly men, no bigger than she was, happily dancing around in a ring.
She killed the witch. She killed the witch. She killed the wicked witch of the east. Whoopee, hot dog.
Wicked Witch of the East?
Yes, my dear.
Standing in front of Dorothy was an old lady wearing a pointed pink hat.
Here in the land of Oz there were 4 witches. Now, thanks to you, there are only 3. I am one of them. I am the Witch of the North. I am a good witch.
I didn't know there were good witches.
Oh, yes, the Witch of the South is also a good witch. In fact, the only bad witch left in the land of Oz is the Wicked Witch of the West.
I don't really believe in witches. I didn't think there were any witches left in the world.
There are in Oz. I suppose it's because we're very old-fashioned here. You see, we're cut off from the outside by a great desert and don't know what's going on anywhere else.
If you are a witch, can you send me home again to Kansas?
Only the great Wizard of Oz, who rules over the whole land, can do that. Why don't you just stay here in the country of the Munchkins? You'll be very happy.
Yes, yes, yes. Stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with us. Whoopee, hot dog.
Thank you, Munchkins, but I can't. Uncle Henry and Aunt Em will worry about where I am. Tell me, Good Witch, how can I find the Wizard of Oz?
He lives in the Emerald City, which is at the exact center of the Land of Oz. Put these on. They will help you on your way.
She gave Dorothy the silver slippers which she had taken from the Wicked Witch of the East, explaining that they bore some sort of magic power, but whatever it was, she didn't know. Then she kissed Dorothy on the forehead, leaving a golden circle, and wished her good luck.
But I still don't know the way to the Emerald City.
The witch pointed down the road of the yellow brick on which they were standing and told Dorothy and Toto to follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the rainbow over the stream.
Follow the fellow who follows the dream. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. You're up to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We hear he is a whiz of a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever, oh ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does. You're up to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. You're up to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We hear he is a whiz of a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever, oh ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does. You're up to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. You're up to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Dorothy and Toto hadn't gone far along the yellow brick road when they passed a cornfield. In the middle of the cornfield, fastened to a pole, was a scarecrow with a sad smile painted on his crooked face. And much to Dorothy's surprise, the scarecrow spoke.
Get away from here, shoot.
You're very rude.
Oh, I didn't see you. I'm sorry. I was speaking to the crows.
In that case, I beg your pardon. I didn't know scarecrows could talk.
Oh, they can in Oz.
Oz is nice, but I'd rather go home again. I'm on my way to the Emerald City to ask the wizard to send me back to Kansas.
Oh, he's a very powerful wizard, very powerful. I'd like to ask him a favor myself. If I could get down from this pole, I'd go with you.
That's easy to fit. There.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Do you suppose the wizard could give me a brain? The most important thing in life is to have a brain.
It seems to me you have a very good brain.
Me? Oh, no, my dear girl. There's nothing in my head but straw. It stands to reason that when one only has straw in one's head, the thinking processes are severely limited, making it extremely difficult to deal with the many problems and vicissitudes which arise in the course of events.
Gosh, I think you're not having a brain. It's all in your mind. But come on.
And before long, they were in the middle of a dark forest.
What is it, Toto?
Look, it's a woodman. Why, he's made of tin. And the fellow's hinges are all rusted stiff.
Oil me, please. The oil can is there by my foot.
Here's the oil can, Scarecrow. Oil the poor man.
A drop here, and here, and here, and here, and here. There, that should do it.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Don't cry. It was really nothing. Quick, oil him some more, Scarecrow. The tears are making him rust again.
You shouldn't get carried away like that.
That's the trouble. I can't thank you from the bottom of my heart. You see, I have no heart. And that's why I'm crying. And when I cry, I rust. It's a terrible pickle.
Come with us. I'm sure the Wizard of Oz can give you a heart.
I'll do it.
As they walked along, the woodman kept his eyes on the road so that he wouldn't step on any ants or bugs. Because he had no heart, He took great care not to be cruel or unkind to anything.
You people with hearts have something to guide you and never need do wrong. But I have no heart and must be very careful.
They walked for a long time, and just as they reached the darkest part of the forest, a huge lion sprang out from behind a tree, straight at Toto. Dorothy, afraid that Toto would be killed, forgot her own safety. She ran forward and slapped the lion on the nose as hard as she could.
Ouch!
Don't you dare to bite Toto. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Don't hit me again. Don't hit me again. Oh.
Why, you're a coward.
Yes, I am. Oh, I'm a cowardly lion. We've just met and you already know my secret. I'd give anything if I had courage. Come with us to the Wizard of Oz. He'll give you courage. He will? Oh, how splendid. I'm coming right now.
Look out!
Out of the forest came two strange creatures. They had heads like crocodiles and bodies like bears. And while the others trembled with fear, the lion pounced on the crocobears and killed them.
Oh, how brave you are.
Brave? Oh, no. I was just terribly afraid one of us might get hurt. Come on, let's go see the wizard. He'll give me courage.
And the odd little group, Dorothy, Toto, the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodman, and the Cowardly Lion, set off happily down the road to the Emerald City. They walked all day, and just as the sun was setting, Dorothy shouted,
There it is! Oh, look at the beautiful green rooftops. See how they sparkle in the sun.
Oh, my, it is a truly magnificent architectural achievement.
I hope they like me. It's all a little frightening, isn't it?
The gates of the city swung open, and they walked in. Everything in the Emerald City was green.
The roofs were green, the chimneys green, each house and school and store was green. The Emerald City hall was green, the greenest green you've ever seen, the greenest green you've ever seen. The dogs were green, the cats were green, all the people there were green. The streets were green, the sidewalks green, so nice and neat and clean and green, the greenest green you've ever seen. The grass was green and so were the trees. The peas were green and so was the cheese. The sky both day and night was green.
Every traffic light was green.
The red was green, the blue was green, the Emerald City hall was green. It made a very pretty scene, especially if you like green, especially if you like green.
Because Dorothy was wearing the silver slippers and on her forehead was the golden circle where the Witch of the North had kissed her, they were taken straight to the palace of the wizard. They went inside and found themselves in a gigantic throne room covered with glittering emeralds. In the middle of the room was a throne made of green diamonds and green rubies, and on the throne was an enormous head without a body or arms or legs. Its eyes and nose and mouth were bigger than those of the biggest giant. The eyes turned slowly and looked at them. Then the mouth spoke.
I am Oz, great and powerful. Why do you seek me?
I would like to go back to Kansas, please.
I would like to have a brain, please.
I would like to have a heart, please. I would like to have courage, please.
I will grant what you wish.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But first you must destroy the wicked witch of the
do but obey the command, and early the next morning, they set off.
Which way is west?
Oh, well, that's easy. Determine the position of the sun in relation to the hour of the day and set your direction according to your calculation. It's, that way.
You're sure?
Positive.
How do we destroy the witch when we find her?
I don't know. I've destroyed one witch since I came to Oz, but I don't have any more houses left to drop on this one.
Not far off, in the castle of 1,000 broken windows and 1,000 squeaky doors, lived the Wicked Witch of the West who ruled over the country of the Winkies. She had eyes like telescopes and saw everything that was going on there. She spied the group coming toward her castle.
Who are they? I never saw them before. A lion? A tin woodman? A scarecrow? A dog? A girl? Why, that girl is wearing the silver slippers. I must have them. I must have them.
All her life, the Wicked Witch of the West had wanted the silver slippers and the magic power that went with them. She ordered an army of Winkies to bring the group to her without delay. The Winkies, who looked like Munchkins, only a little smaller, were all terribly afraid of the Wicked Witch and dared not disobey her. They went at once to capture the group. Soon the prisoners were standing before the witch in her private chamber, a dark, dusty room full of old newspapers, magazines, and tin cans. The witch pointed a bony finger at Dorothy.
Take off those slippers.
No, I won't. They're mine.
Then I must get them.
You stay away from that girl.
Keep out of this, lion. There.
Oh, Dorothy. I'm afraid she's got me stuck to the floor.
Don't you others try anything either. And now for the slippers. No! Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go of me!
On the floor next to Dorothy stood a rusty bucket of dirty dishwater. She picked it up and threw it at the witch.
Oh no! That's the one thing that destroys me! Now I'm destroyed!
That's all right. She was very mean and grabbing.
Well, you certainly do know how to destroy witches, Dorothy.
Oh, thank you.
When the Winkies found out that the witch was dead, they were overjoyed. Soon bells in every steeple in the country of the Winkies were ringing out the good news. delighted to escort Dorothy and the others back to the Emerald City. In a short time, they were once again in the palace of the Wizard of Oz, standing before the diamond and ruby throne. In front of the throne was a small table. On it were 3 packages tied with gold ribbon. One said brains, one said heart, one said courage. The enormous head spoke.
Here are your rewards.
The Scarecrow, the Tin Woodman, and the Lion opened their packages. The Scarecrow's present was a blue beanie with a yellow button on top.
This is your thinking cap. When you put it on, you will become a very brainy fellow.
The Scarecrow put on the thinking cap.
Why, yes. I immediately feel a tremendous increase in my intellectual capacities.
The Tin Woodman's present was a red cardboard heart filled with chocolates. He was overwhelmed.
Oh, my! This is the best kind of heart of all. It's a heart I can share with everyone.
The Lion's present was a white sweater with a big orange C on the front.
I award you the big C for courage. Congratulations.
I shall wear it bravely.
Then the 3 of them thanked the wizard.
Thanks for the brain, thanks for the heart,
Thanks for the courage too.
now we are able to make a new start. Thanks, oh thanks to you. Oh, I thank you for the brain, for without one it's a strain to think all the higher thoughts without a doubt. I will treat this brain with care, for I do not have a spare, and I surely wouldn't want to wear it out. Oh, I thank you for the heart. I don't care if I'm not smart. To be kind is what I've always wished to be. For if people aren't nice, there's one way to break the ice. I'll be kind to them before they're kind to me.
Let me say that I would like to thank you too for the splendid gift of courage which you've given. My whole life to me before was a burden and a bore. It's no fun to be alive if you're not living.
So we all say thanks to you, for to you great things are due. For we are grateful, very grateful, yes indeed. For our courage, heart, and brain, and it's very, very plain. You have given us exactly what we need. Thank you.
But what about me and Toto?
Great Oz will speak to you in private.
The others thanked the wizard again and left the throne room.
Now, little girl, walk behind the throne.
Dorothy did, and was amazed to find that there, working the enormous head by means of strings and wires, and talking into a microphone, was a short, fat man wearing a red vest and a swallowtail coat. He turned off the microphone and said pleasantly,
Hello, I'm the wizard.
But you're just a person. Isn't there any great Oz?
Well, yes, me. I'll tell you something else that'll surprise you. I'm from Kansas, too.
Kansas? I don't understand.
Well, you see, I used to be a magician with a circus. One day, when we were playing Wichita, I went up in a balloon. Just as I was about to come down, a terrific storm blew up, which carried me all the way to Oz. Seeing me float down from above the clouds, the people here thought I was a great wizard. And with the use of a few magic tricks like this enormous paper head, I've played the part ever since.
Then you're a humbug. Nothing but a humbug.
That's right, I'm a humbug. I'm a humbug.
a humbug.
He's not really very powerful at all.
I'm a humbug, not a dumb bug.
But his talents he confesses all are small. A humbug isn't like a June bug.
A potato bug or ladybug, it's not.
A humbug is someone who pretends to be something that he's not. He's a humbug, happy humbug. All the people here believe he's very strong. He's a humbug,
Just a humbug.
who is he to tell the people that they're wrong? They think he's great and powerful, but that is quite untrue. For the wizard, yes, the wizard, is just a person like you. A humbug isn't like a June bug.
A potato bug or ladybug, it's not.
A humbug is someone who pretends to be something that he's not. He's a humbug, happy humbug. All the people here believe he's very strong. He's a humbug,
Just a humbug.
who is he to tell the people that they're wrong? They think he's great and powerful, but that is quite untrue. For the wizard, yes, the wizard, is just a person like you. Just a person like you.
Humbug. But I'm a very nice humbug. And as I said, the people do believe in me. Why, look at your friends. They now believe they have brains and heart and courage, which, of course, they had all the time.
Yes, I know it.
The only ones in Oz with real magic power are the witches. Now, with the wicked ones destroyed, the people can take care of themselves, and I can go back to Kansas. You know, I'm dying to go back to Kansas.
But how?
By your silver slippers. They have the power to take a person around the world in 3 steps.
One person? But there are 2 of us.
Yes, but, well, Kansas is only halfway around the world from here, so the slippers should work for 2.
What about Toto?
Oh, that's all right. Dogs go for free. Now, climb on my back and click your heels together, and then say Kansas 3 times.
Come on, Toto. Jump up here. Now. Kansas, Kansas, Kansas.
In a twinkling, the 3 of them were sprawled on the Kansas prairie. The wizard got up, bowed to Dorothy, said goodbye, and took the road toward Wichita. Dorothy and Toto turned toward home. As she walked along, Dorothy realized that her feet were bare. She had lost the silver slippers on the journey from Oz. But it didn't matter. They had brought her back where she belonged. Soon she was with Uncle Henry and Aunt Em again, and before long she was leading her old happy life in a new house with a new piano.
Tell me the tales that to me were so dear.
But sometimes after dinner, when they all gathered around the piano and sang, Dorothy would think about her friends in Oz and wish she could visit them again, if even for a little while.